This week on the ZTV Sports Report, we see how our Akron teams fared in this weekend's matchups. Kalana has another edition of Quick Zip, and we analyze the Mid-American Conference and find out what's in store for its future. All that and more on the ZTV Sports Report, which starts right now. Another week, another bevy of stories surrounding University and Akron athletics, and you chose the right place to get your UA sports news. Welcome to the ZTV Sports Report. I am your host, Sartaj Ojla. Let's get our game plan up and running with checking on the latest of how our teams fared on the road in this past weekend's competition. Akron football certainly had a big challenge ahead of themselves when traveling to DeKalb, Illinois to face off against the undefeated Northern Illinois Huskies. The Zips battled but were unable to end the Huskies' undefeated record, as they fell to NIU in a close contest 20-27. Kyle Pohl threw for 262 yards and a touchdown, while Jawalin Chisholm had 70 yards on the ground rushing and also ran for 2 touchdowns. Men's soccer would try and bounce back after a tough loss against Hartwick when they traveled to Cleveland to square off against the Cleveland State Vikings. It would be a tough battle, but the Zips were able to pull off a win in a close one, 2-1. Adam Najim scored both of Akron's goals in the game. Fernando Pina amassed 3 saves in the contest. Checking in on our Lady Zips in volleyball, we find our team struggling since conference play began and would hope to get back on track when they face the Bowling Green Falcons. Unfortunately, our Lady Zips could not get any momentum going as the Falcons were able to overcome any Zips offense and took all 3 sets. We already checked in with men's soccer, but now let's look at women's soccer in their matchup against the Ohio Bobcats, where the Zips were at home at First Energy Cub Cadet Field. Akron would enter the matchup determined to get a conference win and help improve on their up-and-down season. First half, in response to the Ohio score, Lanny Smith would get the Zips on the board with the goal, tying the game 1-1. The Zips would ride the energy caused by the goal as close to the end of the first half, Kelly De Niro would deliver a goal to give Akron the lead, 2-1 going into halftime. Ohio would come out looking to respond and was able to tie the game 2-2. The matchup would end up going to double overtime, with each team playing excellent defense to right the result as a tie for both teams.
Hey, we're in the student union to see how fans feel their athletic season is going so far for the Zips. Let's see what they have to say. And what sport would you say you follow most on here on Akron?
Football.
Probably football. I'm a huge football fan.
What sport do you follow here at Akron?
Soccer.
In your opinion, how do you think their season's going so far?
Definitely better than last season, and that's good to see. Definitely not getting blown out as much.
It's going rocky, but honestly, the pivotal point was Michigan, and we didn't pull that out, so our season's kind of rocky even more. But we'll pull it out, and we'll beat Kent State.
How do you think their season's going so far after losing Caleb Porter to MLS?
I mean, it was okay at first, but I don't know.
What do you think they have to do to progress next year?
Probably get some more recruits. I'd like to see a few more big-name high school athletes.
I hope we win more than one game, but I'd be great, 3-7.
Since they're in a bit of a rut right now, how would you say they need to improve to get better?
Just better formation, I guess.
I guess it doesn't matter what sport you root for. The only thing that matters is the win column. For the ZTV Sports Report, I'm Troy Taylor, and now back to Sartaj in studio.
We'll take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll take a quick look at the Mid-American Conference standings and see what's in the future for the conference as well. You're watching the ZTV Sports Report. We'll be right back.